So let's talk about how to get clients. Last week, I was doing I was doing a favor for someone. I was a part of this group, this panel, and we're up and we're talking to new entrepreneurs or younger entrepreneurs, not necessarily younger in the sense of age, but more so like younger in experience. They were there to get information so that they can either start or grow their business. One of the questions that I got asked, and this is not uncommon to get asked this question, even though I hate this question because I don't think that it's the right question. The question is, what is the best way to get clients? And the truth of the matter is like there really is no best way, right? I don't value a client that I got through SEO or Google ads more than I got or more than I value a client that I got through word of mouth or through email campaigns or something. I don't value one. So there really is no best way. If there's a prospect that I'm able to turn into a client, that way was the best way at that particular time because now we're able to add value or give value to someone else, and in exchange, we're able to grow our revenue. So there really is no best way. The question that I do like is, what's more effective, what is more, and what's consistent, right? And what I'll say is this, right? So last year, I'm gonna give you some context to what I'm gonna say. I never buy anything with my debit card. I always buy everything with either my credit card or a charge card, and then I will go ahead and I will pay back the stuff that I'll pay the balance off right away, or at least within a day or so, I'll pay it off. So when I'm out, I only use my credit cards. So this card is my American Express Business Platinum card. Okay. And this is a Capital One Venture card. I think this business card, I think this might be the flagship for business. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know. But I do know, well, at least I'm pretty sure that this is not the flagship for personal. So what's the point of me bringing this up? Why am I showing you these cards? Here's why. Both of these cards, they are a lot thicker and they're a lot heavier than your typical card. Those cards are made from metal, and I think one of them is made from like, recycled airplane parts or something. One of them is, I'm pretty sure one of them is made from recycled airplane, but that's neither here nor there. They're both metal, they're both thick, and they're both heavy. When I go and I make a purchase, and I give the card to the cashier or whoever it is, the first thing that you typically always say is, wow, that is really heavy. Some of them even say that's the heaviest card I've ever felt before, right? Well, the next question is, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do? And once I tell them what I'll do, either they will, say, oh, well, yeah, that's cool, or I got a cousin who does that, or whatever. Every now and then, I will get someone who is like, you know what? My uncle, my cousin, my grandma, my sister, my this, my that, my friend, they have a business and were actually just complaining about, the work that the cleaners do. Do you have a card? Maybe I can give them your card. Absolutely. I always keep always keep my marketing material, whether it's cards, flyers, whatever. I always keep something on me. I advise you to always keep something in your car as well. So I hand over my cards, and typically that doesn't go anywhere, right? I never hear from them about that again. But every now and then, I will get a call like, "Hey, this is so and so. Can you guys come out and give us a quote? My niece, my nephew, my this, my that. They said they got your card at work through whatever means. Can you come out and give us a quote?" Absolutely, we'll come out and provide you with a quote. Last year, these two cards, right? These two cards were conversation pieces that led to us being able to go out, provide value into the market, and in exchange, grow our revenue, right? These two cards. Would I tell anyone who's starting a business, who's thinking about starting a business, who's in business, hey, this is an effective marketing tool? Was it effective? It was effective. But am I going to tell you that it's consistent and this should be added to your arsenal of marketing? Absolutely not. I would never tell anyone that. Even though it worked for me by accident, like this is not an effective way to market. This is not a part of anything that we teach, anything that I go over, even though it did work. This was just a conversation piece. And it just so happened that it turned into business for us. So it's effective, but it wasn't consistent. So I'm never going to tell anyone to do that. What is effective and what can be consistent, or what is effective and what is consistent, are some of these other things that I'm going to go over, right? So let's first figure out, like, where you are. Where are you on the pole of, on the totem pole of marketing? Are you in a position where you do have money to spend? Or are you starting from the ground up, right? You're gonna bootstrap the whole thing, and you're gonna go get it out the mud. Depending on where you are, there's no right or wrong answer. One is not better than the other. Everything I'm going to tell you is 100% effective. Okay. If you are starting, if you don't have much money, you are going to need time, and you're going to need a lot of it, because you don't have money to offset the time. So you're going to have to spend something, right? So door knocking is an effective way that doesn't cost you any money, but it does cost you some time. You're going to have to actually go out and do the work, which is completely fine. I've knocked on doors and I've gotten accounts that way. I'll attach a video up top to show you exactly the method that I used to go out and do that, right? It's very, very effective. It does work. It takes you some time, but it works. Now, the next one would be let's say cold calling. The next one is cold calling. Cold calling does not take you very much time. Well, I take that back. Cold calling takes some time, but it doesn't take you a lot of money. You don't have to travel, right? You can do everything from your cell phone or from your house phone, or however you have your phone set up. But let's just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to make time out of my day. Every day, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to call 50 people. 50 people. If you call 50 people a day, 5 days a week, what's that? 250, boom, 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 25, 1. So by the end of the week, you could be set up to go on at least 2 to 3 walkthroughs, and that's just from making your cold calls, right? So you're not spending a lot of money, but you're spending some time, right? And then once you start to build up that pipeline, you're going to start closing accounts. That's simple. It's just the way it works. Email's the same way. Email, you're going to need a little bit more money, just a little bit, because you're going to need to get you're not going to want to send any email campaigns from any free, email places like GoDaddy, or I'm sorry, like Gmail or Yahoo. You're not going to want that. You're going to want to get an actual real email address and send your emails through. That's another way where you can actually grow your pipeline. It's effective, right? And you can do it and you can get consistent results, right? Once you start getting out of the free area, you're going to start moving up into places that's going to cost you a little bit of money. So we'll talk about SEO. Now, SEO is one of those things where it doesn't necessarily have to cost you money if you know how to do the work yourself. So SEO, we're talking about search engine optimization. Me personally, I am not an expert when it comes to SEO. I never claimed to be an expert when it comes to SEO. That's not what I do. we do use SEO, but I will take that. I will go and outsource that. Right. I will find someone who's really good at it and outsource that to them. So what SEO is it's basically your ranking on Google. To my understanding, the better your SEO is, the higher up you'll be ranked on Google. The goal is to get on the first page. That's the goal. But then again, like I said, like I'm not an expert. I don't know all the ins and outs. I know that there are two different kinds of SEO. You have your front end and your back end. Um, and the other thing with SEO is it's not like it's not it's effective, but it still takes a lot of time because it's going to take you a couple of months to build up to where you'll start seeing the results. Okay. So it's effective, but it does take you a little bit of time. Now we'll move on to, let's say, like Google Ads. Google Ads won't really take you a whole lot of time, but it may cost you a little bit of money. You're going to need a big enough budget to make sure that you're getting out of it, you know, what you're putting in. You have to reach a wider range. And I'm not an expert in Google Ads either. I outsource those things to experts. I know how to set them up. But when it comes to optimizing them and really dialing in, like that's not my area of expertise. I'll outsource those things. So when it comes to being effective and consistent, you really have to take into account like where are you? What level are you at, and what method can you use to get the most consistency, you know, out of your efforts, or out of your time, or out of whatever it is you got to spend, whether it's time or money, right? Where are you at? Where do you rank? And then you can go from there. Once you get to a position to where um, you know, you're making a decent amount of money, why not do all of them, right? And once you're doing all of them, or once you're doing one or two of them, right? Once you're doing one or two ways, go in and do exactly what you say that you're going to do as far as when it comes to cleaning these accounts, and do it to the best of your ability, whether it's you doing the work, whether you have staff doing the work, or your subcontractors are doing the work, because that's going to lead to another way to get customers that we didn't talk about, and that's through word of mouth. Today, I went to the walkthrough last week. So today we're going to go over the final contract, get keys, codes, all of that stuff. I got another dealership that we just got today because we provide so much value to another account that they said, hey, we're going to go ahead and send over your information to our dealership friends over here. Are you okay with that? Absolutely. So we got a new dealership just from going in and doing a good job, right? So all of these different ways are effective. But what you want is you want to have something that's effective, something that's consistent, and then also something that you know, fits within your price point. What works best for you? Okay. So with that said, guys, I'm about to go ahead and hop off of this video, man. But like I say, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch. Hustlers going to get in the game so they can win. Guys, I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in a position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.